Hello and welcome back to Phu Quoc. This is a prison camp where the Vietnamese were held during the American occupation of the island, or of the country. I was free to get in and it's supposed to be really informative. Yeah, we'll check it out. Looks really good from the outside, and the reviews, I say really good, you know, somber, but it looks like a very interesting place. And then afterwards we'll go into An Thoi, or An Thoi should I say, and I'll show you inside the town. Beautiful place, really beautiful part of Phu Quoc Island. We'll go and get a banh mi, show you what they're like and how cheap they are. There's a watchtower up there. Now, as far as I'm aware, it's an old French colonial prison, but we'll get to know more about the history when we get in there. To be honest with you, I don't want to start making stuff up without getting in there and see what the history is like. So now we'll see what it's like. Wow, there's a few fences. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fences there. You're not getting out of there. Barbed wire, dogs. Now they look like Vietnamese guards, to be honest. I don't know if you can read that voice down one. I don't know if you can read that, so I'll read it out. Barbed wire made tiger cage. This is one of the most barbarous inventions that American puppet government used to torture prisoners at Phu Quoc jail. They were called tiger cage. Actually, no tigers. Any jail branch had 2 or 3 cages. The cage was made of thickly knitted wire on surrounding sides on the top. There were many kinds of cages with different sizes, like 1 prisoner cage or 3 to 5 prisoner cages. These were cages where prisoners had to lie on the land, sand or on the barbed wire. In some cages prisoners couldn't stand, lie, but just stand on and sat with a stoop. Just with a small move or change in their postures could prisoners be torn by barbed wire in these cages. All the cages were laid outdoors. The prisoners who were imprisoned in the cage were not allowed to wear any clothes except shorts. They had to bear sunny, rainy, foggy weather all day and night, despite mosquitoes and gadflies stinging. They were provided with just a little rice and salt, sometimes no salt, a few mugs of water. They had to pee and poop right inside the cage. When cold nights fell, the guards flushed water onto the cage with the reasons of satisfying tigers' thirst or washing the cage. On hot days, they flushed bitten into prisoners with the explanation of embalming prisoners for them to gain weight. They made fire next to the cage. After several days in the cage, the prisoner's entire body was skinned. Some prisoners grew a layer of thick, thin skin, then it was burnt and skinned again and again. Others couldn't bear the heat, icy feelings, hunger and thirst, so they passed away right inside the cage. God, that's scary, man. So they couldn't even sit up for fear of getting ripped, the skin ripped by the cages. Unlike barbed wire cage, cat's cage created by American puppet administration was much more barbarous to Phu Quoc jail prisoners. It was made by pieces of iron whose 4 sizes were tight cupboard with the shape of a small or big container. This cage was designed to suppress prisoners. The cage was tight closed with no light could come into it, therefore the prisoners lacked a breathing air, ate and drank sorrowfully, peed and pooped right at the cage, faced icy feelings at night and severe heat on the daytime. Being caged several days, the prisoners might not be able to see anything due to dizzy eyes and seriously decreased health and spirit. Oh man, that's heartbreaking to see, really bad. If you want to read that, just pause it. I don't want to go too much into reading everything. It was just because that was mirrored that I read it out. I'm not too sure if we'll get it on the screen, but anything else you can pause and read. Now I take it these guys here were the Vietnamese who were on the American side. How can you do that to your own people? Well, this is basically saying Phu Quoc jail was built by the Americans. It had 500 stockades and there was 40,000 revolutionary militants held here. In each one there was 70 to 120 prisoners, and they had to take turns they had to take different times when they could stand and lie. So yeah, 70 to 120 people in here. Oh man, he's got a wrench there and that's getting tightened across his chest. What is that? Again, he's getting the same done to his legs. He's got the wrench on it and he's tightening it into his leg. And he's been put in a cauldron. The enemy put the prisoners in the bag, in the cauldron, and threw it in the boiling pan. Also, he was actually in the bag, and then they threw it in the pan when it was boiling. Oh man, that is crazy. Again, you can pause that and read it. What a scary, scary place this is. This is saying that there was tunnels built by the revolutionaries. They had a couple of tunnels for fail breaks. A successful jailbreak happened on January the 20th, 1969. 21 prisoners escaped and returned to resistance bases of Phu Quoc district. This is the first jailbreak tunnel and one of 7 successful times of tunnel digging. However, only 5 times our revolutionary patriotic cadres could be able to escape from Phu Quoc jail. If you want to pause that and read it again. He's getting scalded with something with a hot iron. And he's pouring something hot on him. That's electrocution. They used high voltage lights to expose to the prisoner's eyes. They're pouring soapy water into the prisoners' mouths. That's like a type of what do you call it when they put the cover over the face. The enemy put the prisoners into a full water barrel and uses a big pestle to beat it very strongly on the barrel edge. This is where they torture the prisoners and went hanging them from the ceiling and beating them at the same time. Wow. What are these even thinking? These are laughing about it, getting photos, getting right up close and getting photos taken next to them, and laughing about it. And they look Vietnamese as well. This is absolutely horrendous. Can't believe they're doing that. This is where they use hammer to drive nails into the prisoner's knees. Can't believe they thought that was funny. Get out of here. This is where they clip them between two boards and use the big hammers to hit the boards. So they tied them in between the boards and then hit the boards with the hammers. This is a hot grill, and they made them do somersaults on the hot grill. And this one, they grill them from underneath. They just grill them on a fire on this iron bench. These are the ones they were laughing at. They fired the prisoner's penis. I mean, it's just sick. How can you do them things to your own people? It's absolutely horrendous. And how can them people there start laughing about it and getting photos taken up front with them? Think it's funny? God. Some people. Let's see what that says. Oh, this is a reappearance of the tunnel that they used to escape. Again, please just pause it and have a read. Like I say, I don't want to spend too much time reading everything out to you, and then you can just pause it and have a quick read, you know. You'll just drag it out too long. So this is the actual tunnel itself. This is how they dug the tunnels. God, that's small. That's barely enough room to fit a person. We're just using like little sticks to dig it with. This is when they escaped out of that hole. Can't really read that. They used hobnailed boots to step on the prisoner's bell. Prisoner's bell? They used hobnail boots to step on them, so they had like spikes on the boots. He's being buried. All these must have been the toilets. While they're carrying everything out, he's holding his nose. How can you do things like that to your own people? That is beyond me. It really is. And then people there laughing about it. That's their own people that are getting photos taken right next to, laughing, and they're going boo, jumping behind them and all that. And, oh, you know, it's things like that that do get me angry. I don't really get angry about anything. You see me on my other journeys, I can control it, but people like that can just laugh at human suffering. Animals, man, animals. Again, just pause that and read it. So some of them were grasses, and they grassed up the fellow comrades. And then when the revolutionaries found out about it, they killed them. The prisoners lied in the detention room on hunger strike. Don't blame them when you're getting treated like this. So this was the kitchen that was used to cook meals for 800 to 1,000 people. The prisoners were killed and hurt in the detention room. Hurt and killed all over the camp. The prisoners help each other's bandage for the wounded. The prisoners accused the enemy and shouted slogan down with the terrorism, down with the murder of the Americans and their puppets. Prisoners beat on a metal roof and knock on the mess kit to oppose the fact that the enemy trains the gun to fire in the detention room. So yeah, them guys that were outside with the guns, and when these were getting helped, getting the injuries looked after, they were just firing the weapons into the sheds. Now you can see all the holes. Well, that's it. Wasn't ready for this today. Yeah, what can you say? barbaric beyond words. I mean, obviously, as you can see from that, it wasn't the Americans that were running this prison, it was the Vietnamese that were on the American side. So this could have all been going on without the Americans knowing anything about it. But how can you do that to your own people? I mean, lock them up if that's the case. If you want to go against your own people. I mean, we've seen it in the Second World War with the Polish. Many of them worked in Auschwitz. And they beat their own people. But to torture them like that and to do those barbaric things, that is just truly horrendous. Right, let's go have a look into An Thoi. I'll see if I can get some food. Sorry, there's no way I can uplift that, there's no way I can paint it any other than what it was really. It was an interesting experience. I just got a bag of bananas, 25,000. So it's about 80p or something like that. And this lady, some pork bahn mi. Last night, this guy here cooks it up for her. And she makes it on there. It's got the cucumber salad, bit of chilli on there, and then the pork. Some little spices like gherkin and chilli. And then like a soy sauce. I'm just going to finish this off down the port. This beautiful island, really beautiful island, Phu Quoc. I'm staying at, this is right in the south of the island. I've got a hotel down here. I'll show you that with the next couple of vlogs. It's really, really nice. And I got it for very, very cheap as well. And I'll show you the surrounding area because it's really distinctive. Tomorrow's vlog will be from an Italian village. Hello! Tomorrow's vlog will be from an Italian village on the island of Phu Quoc, a Vietnamese village. Like an island village, an Italian village built on the Vietnamese island. That's what I meant. And then, also, I found out what was the problem with my cards when I couldn't use them in ATM. What it is with Vietnamese banks, you can only withdraw 500,000 dong, no, 5 million dong, which is about 165 quid. I was trying to get like 300-400 quid in that. Unless you go to an international bank, and then you can get more then. But then you get more charges for the ATM fees. There's ones that you can find in Vietnam, like you get 5 million, 265 quid for free. So yeah, that's good. But now I know the bank were very informative. Now I don't know if you can see that in the background, but there's a big chairlift that goes right up this part of the island. If you see them posts, there's one up there, and there's big lines in between them. It's a big chairlift. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to run that because you've got to get the whole car. It'd just be too expensive. To be honest, whenever I pay for something like that to go like on the PP Islands and what have you, I just don't get no views. So they're probably the worst views that I've ever done, or the worst viewed vlogs that I've ever done. Is ones that I've paid for tours. So I'm not going to watch them. I'm not going to pay for them. You know, it's one of them, innit? It just makes sense. That's all. Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful island, Phu Quoc. Well, thanks for watching. It's been a sombre vlog, an eye-opening one, but one that I thought I had to show. If I can't monetize it with YouTube, then so be it. I'm not bothered, it's still going to get shown. It's one of them. Because they brought up loads of restrictions now on what you can and can't do. Hopefully they'll let me air it. That's the only thing that I hope for. But some of these little boats here, or rafts, some people live on them. You see like little huts built on top of the rafts. He's doing a bit of fishing. Well, thanks again for watching. Hope you found it interesting, if not a little bit heartbreaking. I'm going to go back and have my banh mi. I had the same last night. It was really, really nice. Like I say, it's just a bun, toasted a baguette with the pork in, salad, chilies. I think there's a few like little gherkins and little bits and pieces of spices and that in there. They're really nice. 65p. Can't go wrong. I hope you can join me in the next vlog. If you found this interesting, please like, subscribe, share it with anyone you might think is interested. As always, I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day.